What's going on, guys? This is Magic Power here, bringing you another ORAS Wi-Fi battle. This one against the one and only Nips. I had a battle against him on stream, and this was probably a few weeks ago, but I just haven't had the time to record it, I guess, but now I am. And looking at his team, he has for like a mixed OU battle, and his team is really good. He's got some pretty interesting things. I did have an edge in this battle, though, because during stream, like on the layout of his stream, he had the 6 Pokemon that he was going to bring. So I kind of planned for his team. So, not, saying the outcome of the battle, but, that's just that I had a big advantage there. So I'm just going to land a Hydro Pump right there. He said in the stream he actually predicted me to Volt Switch, but, I just wanted to, just do damage to anything. He actually just got his rocks up, which is kind of bad for me, because I can't really Rapid Spin or Defog them away. I do have the Gligar, but it doesn't have Defog, so. And now I'm actually going to predict the switch and Volt Switch, because I know he needs his Hippowdon for certain things. It can recover with Slack Off, so. Yeah, I'm going to Volt Switch, and Ludicolo is going to come in. I'm going to bring in my Gligar. Or, no, that's not my Gligar, that's my Klefki, sorry. These Japanese names, I don't know them. So, he's going to double switch here, because he, can't really do much there. I'm going to set up the, I believe it was the Reflect, yeah. I'm going to set up the Reflect, predicting a switch. He's going to triple switch, because first he switches out into Ludicolo, then into Mew, and then he switches again into Hippowdon. And, I'm putting the pressure on, but to be honest, I can't even do anything to this Hippowdon, which kind of stinks. I don't have any attacking moves, as odd as that sounds. And, yeah, I'm just going to get my spikes up while I can. I know that Mew can probably do something about it, but it's going to have to come in to the damage first. So he's actually going to Slack Off, which I kind of expected, but at the same time, I didn't want it to happen. But there's nothing I could have done. If I'd switched out, he would have gotten the Slack Off anyway. So I just decided to stay and get as much hazards as I could off. But yeah, I'm dual screen, spikes, and Thunder Wave, I think. So he's gonna get an Earthquake off. I have the Reflect up, and I am physically defensive, so I'm gonna be able to eat that up. And what did I do there? Oh, I think I got the spikes up, right? I don't know. I'm not sure. But here I am going to go into the Gligar, and this rocks damage really put a dent in my team. He's gonna Whirlwind predicting the switch. Now this was kind of mind games because, I don't know. So I actually didn't EV my Victini right, because it actually dies. It actually faints if it comes in 4 times. Like it doesn't live on 1 if it comes in 4 times, which is really bad. I didn't really make sure of that, which kind of is stupid, but that Psychic didn't do much because I'm not invested in special attack. I know that sounds a little weird, but I'm just a Choice Scarf thing. So I'm actually going to stay in here, get as much damage off, because I did predict the Whirlwind, but he actually goes for the Earthquake, as that's going to do a very good amount. But I'm Choice Scarf for Rampardos, which is kind of sounds a little weird, but it is what it is. I'm now going to switch out because I kind of want that thing for Pinsir, because it is Choice Scarf, so it's going to be able to outspeed. So I'm going to go into Gligar, or at least it should outspeed. Pinsir is not that fast, compared to all the other Megas, or not all of the other Megas, but most of the other Megas, like Beedrill, Lopunny, Glalie, things like that. Or not Glalie, but I don't know. It's not as fast as it should be. So anyway, I'm just gonna get my rocks up, I believe, there, as he Whirlwinds me out again. This was a very frustrating part of the battle for me because I couldn't do anything. Yeah, the Whirlwind was still there. So here I'm gonna predict the Earthquake and go into my Rotom. If he had Whirlwind, that would have been really bad. But he actually doesn't. He just goes straight up for the Earthquake, which is nice. I know he wanted that Klefki gone. I actually missed my Hydro Pump, though, which at that point I was just about to turn the game off. But I'm like, alright, I really shouldn't do that. I have to try to climb my way back into the match. I'm actually just going to stay in because I know the Reflect went down a few turns ago. So I'm going to get the Reflect back up, predicting the Whirlwind, for him predicting me to switch out. And that's exactly what happened. It's just that like, for so much time, like, I couldn't, do anything. Because he kept rolling me out, and I couldn't get into one of my special attackers to do some good damage, because this thing's really bulky on the defensive side, but not too bulky on the specially defensive side. So I needed to get my Mega Pidgeot or my Rotom in, and the one time I got my Rotom in, the Hydro Pump missed. So this thing would be dead by now if I landed that Hydro Pump, but it's fine. Gligar's like getting worn down as well, which is a crucial. He's a crucial part to this match, because I need him to wall out the Pinsir as well, or at least try. So I'm gonna go right back into Pidgeot. I don't even know what I was. Oh yeah, I was predicting the Slack Off because I knew that he knew that I couldn't do anything to him, so I had to switch out there. As he does go for the Slack Off. I needed to get a Confusion here, but I knew I couldn't get one. This one is actually EV'd right, so it can live the rocks if it comes back in. If for some reason this thing wasn't Sandstream, if it was Sandstream, I don't think we would have had at all a good chance here. But unfortunately, Victini drops under half, so it can't come in two more times, unless like Mew defogs the rocks away or something. But I'm gonna get this Choice Scarf V-Crate off, and it comes so close to killing. I'm so annoyed. Oh my goodness! I think it was like 2 hit points. Yeah, it was 2 hit points when on the stream, because I looked at his side like while we were battling, and he literally lived on 2. So at this point, I'm like, alright, you know what, Victini, you're trash, so I'm just gonna let you die at this point. I just go for the V-Crate. He could have kept recovering here, going for the Slack Off. He could have kept healing himself, but I think he just goes for the Whirlwind here, as I'm almost doing as much as the Slack Off is, but I'm not, so he's gonna Whirlwind and get me out of there. As this Hippowdon was in for such a long time, I get my Rotom in, and I'm like, okay, so if I can land a Hydro Pump on this thing, I mean, I'm golden, because I have my rocks up, I have my spikes up. Anything that comes in is going to take a really big chunk of damage. So I'm going to Hydro Pump. It does land, thankfully, and I take him out. I was debating whether I should Will-O-Wisp just in case, because I knew he wasn't going to Slack Off, because like, why would you Slack Off when you're about to die? Like, wouldn't you just Whirlwind? But I don't know. So he's gonna come in. Look at this residual damage real quick. Very nice residual damage. So yeah, he's gonna defog, which is honestly fine. I didn't like it at the time. For the time being, like at the time, I was like, oh crap, but it actually helps me more because the rocks hurt me more on my side of the field than the spikes and rocks on his side of the field. So getting rid of those rocks was actually a huge boost in my whole team, So basically, like giving health back to me for some reason. So yeah. Sorry, my commentary is like not good right now. So I'm actually gonna go for the Hurricane, get the Confusion, and he's gonna smack himself. I don't know what he went for. If he had the Ice Beam or Thunderbolt, I'm not sure if it would have killed, because I think this is a more of a bulky Mew, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna U-turn. It does kill. I am a mild nature, which doesn't lower attack. It raises special attack and I believe lowers defense. So just because I want that a little more damage with the U-turn. So at this point, I'm going to go back in Klefki. And now I'm like, alright, we're in business at this point, because Hippowdon's gone. He can't set rocks back up. He can't defog my hazards away with the Mew, because it's gone. He's going to shoot a Flame Charge there, which I did not expect that. I just expected a special attack, but he didn't go for it. He went for the Flame Charge just to get his speed up, because Magmora isn't the fastest thing, but it's not the slowest thing either. So to get that +1 speed, now at +2, it's really good for him. I just get 1 layer of spikes up. I wanted to set up the screens so that I'd live 1 more Flame Charge and then be able to do something from there. So that's what I did. He also reveals the Flamethrower, so that's the thing. But now I have a free switch into my Rotom, as I know he can't kill me with anything. So he's just gonna Thunderbolt. He hasn't shown the life orb either, so I'm not, and he has switched up his moves, so I'm not sure what item he has at this point, but I do snag a crit with the Volt Switch, and that's really cool. It's actually not cool, because I should have Hydro Pumped. I just expected the Ludicolo, that's it. So, he's gonna bring in the Ludicolo now. Gonna get hit by the spikes. I'm gonna get my rocks up, because rocks are pretty good, you know, just to get late game. I know the Pinsir doesn't really enjoy the rocks too much, so I'm gonna bring in my Niquel right now, my Pidgeot, and he's gonna Scald, and he does get the burn, and this really stinks. It's probably too blurry for you to see, but 38 goes down to 18. If I had 1 hit point more, I would have been able to live the burn. I would have been able to live the burn with 1 health point, but it's just gonna kill me to the exact hit point, like the burn would. So I have to U-turn here, because I don't want my Pidgeot dying. I could have gone for Roost, predicting the switch, because I knew he was gonna switch, but, I mean, I just didn't. I'm gonna go on a Rotom right here, and the leftovers are gonna activate. At this point I had the momentum, and Magmortar couldn't switch out because of the hazards, so Thunderbolt's gonna come through, not do enough, and I'm gonna Volt Switch again, because there really wasn't any reason to risk the Hydro Pump, because he doesn't have any he doesn't have any speed boosts up, with the Flame Charge, so I can just come in with the Victini. Light Screen wears off, so I know that Reflect is wearing off next turn. I just decided to go for the Psychic just in case he switches. But at the same time, like I just said, you know, he wouldn't switch if the hazards were up. And he couldn't get rid of the hazards anyway, because his Mew was gone. So, at this point, he brings in the Hoopa. This could have been a problem, because he does show that he has Substitute, so I have to switch out, because I'm scarfed into something that literally cannot hit him. So, I go into Gligar, he goes for the knockoff. I think I think he didn't know I was scarfed at that point. So if he goes for a substitute on the switch, that would have been a problem, but he goes for a substitute now, and I mean, that's kind of bad, but his low defense shows here, because this is a non-invested knockoff coming from a Gligar, so I wouldn't expect it to take out the sub, but it actually does, as that was a really scary moment for me, because he's going to reveal right here he has the Ice Punch. If he still had a sub, I mean, I'm not sure if it would have changed the outcome of the battle, but you know, it would have been problematic, so I don't know how I would have dealt with it, but I don't know. Anything could happen at that point. So I'm gonna go back into my Pidgeot here. He's gonna switch out as he has to. I'm just gonna click U-turn, because he's seen the U-turn, and at this point he kind of wants that thing for the Victini if he can, you know, deal with it. So yeah, what does it mean? I don't know. I'm gonna U-turn, as I said, and go right into my Victini, because I think at this point I only have Victini and Pidgeot, but yeah. But yeah, he's gonna Mega Evolve here. At this point I knew the Quick Attack wasn't gonna take me out, so I was honestly fine if he went for Quick Attack, which he actually does end up going for. That's not gonna kill me, obviously. I go into the red. That base defense of 100 gonna come through there, and I'm gonna be able to take him out with a V-Crate there. So at this point, his last Pokemon is the Hoopa, and at this point, I think he kind of, I don't know why I say at this point so much. Like, I say at this point like a lot, but oh no, he has a Ludicolo. Sorry, he still has a Ludicolo left, but I mean, he can't do much, because I'm just gonna V-Create. I'm scarfed. I revealed that I'm scarfed right there, and at that point, I said it again. When that happened, I think that he just like gave up, because you're gonna see here he actually can outspeed with the Hoopa, but for some reason he makes a little of a weird play here, because he's gonna drop below half. He's gonna go for the substitute. I'm not sure why, because I'm just gonna pop the substitute with the V-Crate anyway. I guess he was hoping he'd, like, I guess he was hoping he would, what am I trying to say? I guess he hoped that he'd, like, for some reason I'd switch up my moves or switch out or something, But at that point, it didn't even matter because I still had Mega Pidgeot, which could U-turn, and then I could sack off Victini, and then bring it back in and U-turn, you know? So he just goes for Substitute, and he doesn't have enough damage, or enough health. I actually ran out of V-Creates, and I was locked in, so I had to go for, he actually didn't know I was Scarfed till then. He didn't know I was Scarfed till then. He's like, wait, why do you go for Struggle? Because I ran out of, because I hadn't maxed out my power points in V-Create, but Victini getting a struggle kill, that's all that matters. I think I still had Rampardos, but that thing wasn't really gonna do much. Well, it might have, but I just never brought it in after the Hippowdon went down. So thank you guys so much for watching. This was a kind of my commentary was a little off. I'm sorry. I'll try to get better at it. It was just like hard to commentate. You know, cause I don't know. Just I don't know. I'm all. Alright, yeah. See you guys next time. Comment question of the day is, have you ever, like, battled a YouTuber? His link is in the description, by the way, Nips. So make sure you go check him out if you haven't already. And, yeah, see you guys next time. See you guys next time.